The FCA, or Financial Conduct Authority, is the UK's financial regulator. Their rulings on Amigo loans were a direct response to a large number of complaints about the company's lending practices, which ultimately led to Amigo's downfall. Chart decreasing. The core problem: unaffordable lending. The central issue identified by the FCA was Amigo's failure to conduct adequate affordability checks on both borrowers and guarantors. This meant that the company was approving loans to people who couldn't realistically afford the repayments. The FCA found that Amigo's automated and complex IT systems had significant flaws. They didn't properly verify customers' income and expenditure, and in many cases, they didn't take into account the customer's full financial situation or potential vulnerabilities. As a result of these failings, the FCA found that there was a high risk of consumer harm. A large number of borrowers fell behind on their payments, forcing their guarantors, often friends or family members, to step in and make the payments instead. The FCA's investigation found that roughly 1 in 4 guarantors was asked to make a payment at some point during the loan term. The FCA's actions. The FCA's investigation led to a public censure of Amigo loans in 2023. While the FCA would have imposed a fine of almost £73 million, they decided to waive it. This decision was based on Amigo's dire financial situation. The FCA concluded that a fine would have been detrimental to the company's ability to pay back customers through a court-sanctioned scheme of arrangement. The FCA's role in the scheme of arrangement was crucial. They worked to ensure that the compensation plan proposed by Amigo was as fair as possible for customers. The company had to prove that its new business model was compliant with the FCA's rules before it could resume lending. However, despite being given permission to lend on a pilot basis, Amigo failed to raise the necessary funds to stay afloat and ultimately went into liquidation in 2023. This meant that customers owed compensation through the scheme received significantly less than what they were originally due.